BuzzFeed. The clickbait conglomerate. Articles, quizzes, YouTube channels, so many YouTube channels. Today, I'm not just browsing BuzzFeed, picking on it, or reviewing it. This goes deeper. This goes deep into the very roots of anyone's potential for success on this platform. What I have found may shock you. Doctors hate me, but first, just a tiny bit of background knowledge. We all know BuzzFeed is the bottom feeder who sucks the blood out of any clickbait they can get their hands on. We call it clickbait, but there's more to it than that. BuzzFeed, history. Prior to establishing BuzzFeed, Peretti was director of research and development and the Open Lab at iBeam, Johnson's New York City-based art and technology nonprofit where he experimented with other viral media. While working at the Huffington Post, Peretti started BuzzFeed, originally called BuzzFeed Laboratories. In the beginning, BuzzFeed employed no writers or editors, just an algorithm to cull stories from around the web that were showing stirrings of virality. Obviously, BuzzFeed has expanded since then. You see, BuzzFeed was created on the foundation of an algorithm to detect stirrings of virality. They didn't even have their own content. Before BuzzFeed created anything, it first learnt to understand virality. We like to go on about clickbait, but clickbait is the icing on the cake. The cake is the actual content. Clickbait is just a very small part of what makes something viral. And so BuzzFeed didn't just hang around making icing all day. They decided that because they started to understand what makes things viral, they could just create their own viral content. There's far more money to be had if it's your content that's drawing in the clicks. So BuzzFeed went on to produce daily content in which the work of staff reporters, contributors, syndicated cartoon artists, and its community are featured. Popular formats on the website include lists, videos, and quizzes. Behold the BuzzFeed we all know, love, and hate. So looking at it through this lens, we kind of discover that BuzzFeed itself is a platform for viral content. And that is the genius of this whole monster. Everything they produce has a shot at going viral. This means that in today's cash for clicks day and age, BuzzFeed is a money printer. Didn't take them long to spread over to YouTube and then to split up their channel from there. BuzzFeed understands niches, and so we don't just have BuzzFeed video. We have As Is, BuzzFeed Blue, BuzzFeed Violet, BuzzFeed Celeb, Ladylike, Pero-like, Tasty, BuzzFeed Nifty, BuzzFeed News, and more. What's particularly interesting is the channels that don't have BuzzFeed in their name. In some ways it's smart because there is a stigma around BuzzFeed. People love to hate BuzzFeed. And so for example, there's plenty of people who may be introduced to Tasty and decide they like the content before they realize, wait a second, I've been BuzzFed. Now Tasty isn't shy about the fact that it's run by BuzzFeed, but some of the other channels make it less obvious. And it's possible this harms growth because they're not employing the cross-contamination principle, but that's what I want to get into. BuzzFeed is huge. Millions of followers and subscribers, billions of views and clicks. It's established. It's almost a household name. So very rarely do we get the chance to see a BuzzFeed fledgling, a BuzzFeed YouTube channel in its infancy. My friends, welcome to Bring Me. Bring Me is very new, only a couple of months old. As of right now, it is significantly smaller than my own channel. This very video has more reach than a video posted on a BuzzFeed-owned channel. Let's enjoy that for a moment. So, what is Bring Me? Subscribe to Bring Me for locations, thrills, and experiences around the world that'll instantly make you say, Bring Me! I slightly disagree with the name choice, but this is beside the point. What we have here is a classic BuzzFeed-style clickbait page in a travel theme. We have pretty short videos from around the world of different experience, such as catch your own sushi at this restaurant. Fortnite? What's Fortnite? Visit the real-life Westworld.
There's a pretty good chance that there are more horses in this town than there are people.
Fortnite.
My name is Tori Barker. My grandfather's childhood dream was to live in a cowboy town.
Golly, that's a real-life Westworld.
How to become a mermaid just for the day. Fortnite.
We're mad!
Okay, so what's immediately obvious is that these videos don't have a host. Not like some of the other BuzzFeed channels. These videos are quick videos that you would probably find scrolling through Facebook, but for whatever reason, they're on YouTube. But as you can see, these videos have a high budget, but very low view count. What's more interesting is it seems that this channel has very low support from BuzzFeed itself, which is interesting. This is the disassociation we were talking about before in play, but it's a double-edged sword. There's no cross promotion. They're purely relying on their ability to create viral content. But here's the thing, it's not really working. This not only gives us an insight into BuzzFeed's ability, or lack thereof, to create viral content, but possibly more importantly, it gives us an insight into the nature of viral content itself, and the control that the YouTube algorithm has over it. We know BuzzFeed is the clickbait king, and like we mentioned earlier, not only are they the masters of clickbait, but giving credit where credit is due, they know how to create viral content. They've got that down pat. But here we see a fledgling, a 2-month-old channel with 3.8 thousand subscribers. Not bad by new channel standards, but this is the king of clickbait and viral content. 65 uploads. So what's going on here? It starts becoming obvious that BuzzFeed doesn't have as much control over viral content as they think they do, which may be an unfair statement, but we'll get to that later. See, it's been hypothesized, and here is the pudding, that small channels just aren't given the same chance at viral ability as the bigger channels. The big BuzzFeed channels have viral videos all the time because they have the initial views to support the algorithm. They don't have that here. Their most viewed video has just 27,000 views. These videos are created by BuzzFeed. Think about that. The conception, the thumbnails, the titles, the whole thing is being driven by the clickbait conglomerate. And in 65 uploads, their most viewed video has 27,000 views. I wouldn't hesitate to claim that at least one of these videos would have been on the YouTube trending page had they been uploaded to one of BuzzFeed's bigger channels. So yeah, smaller channels aren't given the same chance as bigger channels. Does that mean we're doomed? No. And here's why this isn't a problem for BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed has almost unlimited funding. They can keep at this until it works. Sure, small channels aren't given the same chance at success, but if we think about it more as a hit rate, it starts to make a little bit more sense. Big channels feed the algorithm. Small channels don't. But they are given a chance every now and then. Nowhere near as often, but they do get their chance. Bring Me just has to plug away at this for long enough and it'll kick into gear eventually. And if it doesn't, well, I'm sure at some stage they won't shy away from a bit more cross promotion to stay afloat. So for all that BuzzFeed is, it's given us this chance. It's given us a case study where we can look at proven title and thumbnail techniques and see how well they work in practice. So yeah, we can get up in arms about the algorithm and talk about how YouTube doesn't care about the small guy. No one's able to make it in today's day and age, so we might as well just give up. But I like to look at this in a more wholesome light, as we do on this channel. It doesn't make sense, right? That BuzzFeed would create a channel that doesn't get popular. If you were to ask anyone, absolutely anyone will say, don't worry, this channel will blow up eventually. It's a BuzzFeed channel. They know what they're doing. So the encouraging truth is that you could already be doing everything right. You could be making great content that has viral ability. You could be giving it great titles and the clickbaitiest thumbnails. And rather than saying, look, you're not gonna get anywhere, BuzzFeed can't even do it, try to think of it as an encouragement that all you need to do is keep going. And just as Bring Me will blow up, so can you. Try to make those thumbnails better, those titles better, and try to create better content. And then all you need to do is just keep going. I'm sure Bring Me will blow up in due time, or it'll crash and burn at the merciless hands of the YouTube algorithm. Let's put some comments on the wall door. Your merch kit was amazing. I'm buying the merch. Good lad. Gabby Abbott says, I'm not like other girls. I watched Joinin'. Anna Quintero says, Gabrielle is always singing says, I'm happy I found your channel. Your commentary is really funny. I'm sure your channel will get really popular really soon. Thank you. This is so wholesome. Alana says, so what are the criteria for a comment to end up on the wall door? Honestly, there is none. It's pretty easy. Ryan Doing Nothing says, love the new merch. Really love the wholesomeness. Thank you. I made it myself. Leggy says, for some reason I was convinced you were American in the first half of the video, even though I'm British myself. I think I'm accent deaf. Yeah, it doesn't help that my accent is Australian, albeit a slightly different sort of Australian accent than what people may be used to. So lots of new comments today, but we also have a new patron. Big thank you to Sebastian Bedart for the pledge. You're a super cool person. But you didn't think that would be it, did you? We also have a brand new mega patron. Thank you so much, Velvet. You are mega awesome. My patrons go up on the wall door right next to my favorite comments. Leave comments below to end up here. Link to the Patreon below. But more importantly, check out my new line of wholesome merch. We've got stuff like a black and white t-shirt or a black and white hoodie. Don't like black and white? That's fine. We have a colorful hoodie. That's pretty wholesome. And we even have a colorful t-shirt. Or get yourself a grey sweatshirt. I have mine coming in the mail. Mine hasn't come yet. Yeah, check that out. I'll see you next week.